Stop me if you know this feeling. It is Monday morning, you are holding your coffee, you are barely awake, you are trying to survive. And then someone looks at you with bright eyes and asks the scariest question in the world. So, how was your week?
The pressure. It makes me want to hide under the table.
Exactly. And you freeze. Your mind goes completely blank. You forget your own name, you forget what you did yesterday, you forget if you even exist. And you just say, good.
Good? Just good? That is tragic. It is so boring. It's like serving plain toast at a banquet. We have all been there, but honestly, we can do so much better. We have lives. We do things. We make mistakes. We have drama. We need to know how to talk about the fun, the chaos, and the mess in English without sounding like a robot. Exactly. We are not robots. We are pop stars. Well, sort of. I'm Sabrina.
And I'm Olivia. And welcome back to the Fun English channel. Today, we are not just teaching you grammar. We are teaching you how to spill the tea about your week. We are going to talk about the past, the glorious past simple tense. We're going to share some very embarrassing stories. And by the end of this, you will never answer with just good ever again. Are you ready to get messy with some irregular verbs? Because I definitely am. Let's get into it.
So, Olivia, let's start with the easy stuff, the calm before the storm. Sometimes a week is just chill. Nothing crazy happens. You just follow the rules. In English, when you follow the rules, we use regular verbs.
I love following rules. Sometimes. Mostly when I'm tired. Regular verbs are the nice guys, right? You just add ed to the end of the word. It is super simple. Like walk becomes walked.
Exactly. It is like putting a little bow on the verb. So let me tell you about my very chill, very demure week. Last week, I basically lived in my studio. I didn't go out. I stayed inside.
Stayed. I hear the sound. Stay plus ed. That sounds relaxing, actually. What did you do inside all week? Did you just stare at the wall?
No, I was productive. I cleaned my entire closet at 3 a.m. You know when you get that burst of energy in the middle of the night? I organized everything by color, I folded all my shirts, I even washed my curtains.
Wow. Cleaned, organized, folded, washed? You are really busy being a domestic goddess. I usually just throw my clothes on a chair and call it abstract art. Well, I tried to be organized, but listen to the sound, Liv. Cleaned, it sounds soft, but washed sounds a bit sharper. But they all end in ed. That is the secret. If you want to sound natural, don't say clean ed, say cleaned. Got it. So you cleaned and organized. Did you do anything creative, or was your week just chores?
I did be creative. I painted. I bought a canvas and I painted a picture of my cat. It looks terrible, but I enjoyed it.
Painted. That is a good regular verb. Did you cook?
I cooked dinner for my sister. Actually, cooked is a strong word. I heated up some pasta, but heated is also a regular verb.
Watched, cooked, painted, heated. Still regular verbs, still following the rules.
I am proud of you, Sabrina. It sounds like a very healthy, responsible week. It was. I rested, I relaxed, I listened to jazz music. It was a short and sweet kind of week. But I have a feeling your week was not like that.
Yeah, no. My week was a disaster. It was total chaos. And for chaos, we cannot use regular verbs. We need the rebels, the irregular verbs.
The rebels, these are the verbs that don't follow the rules. They don't want your ed ending. They change completely. They are punk rock.
Exactly. So listen to this. On Tuesday, I woke up late. Not waked up. I woke up. And I realized I was late for a meeting. So I ran out of the house. Ran.
That is the past of run. Okay, so you woke up late and you ran out. Did you drive? I did. I drove to the coffee shop because I needed caffeine to survive. Drove is the past of drive, but I was in such a rush that I forgot my wallet. Oh no, forgot. The past of forget. That is the worst feeling, standing at the register with no money. What did you do? Well, I found a crumpled $5 bill in my pocket. Found, past of find. So I bought a black coffee. Bought, B-O-U-G-H-T. That is a crazy word. Bought is a very tricky one. It looks difficult, but it sounds easy, like bought. So you bought your coffee. Did you make it to the meeting? I did. I went to the office. Went. The past of go. That is the most important one, right? We use went all the time. I went to the store, I went to the party, I went crazy. So let's recap your chaotic morning. You woke up late, you drove fast, you forgot your wallet, you found money, you bought coffee, and you went to work.
Exactly. Every single one of those verbs is irregular. They are drama queens, just like me.
But Olivia, we are musicians. We have to talk about music verbs.
Oh, true. Last week, I wrote a new song.
Wrote, past of write.
And I sang it in the shower.
Sang, past of sing.
And then I felt happy. Felt, past of feel. See, our whole life is irregular verbs. Okay, before we continue with the fails, I want to take a little detour. We are talking about last week, but let's talk about the distant past. Childhood. Oh no. Childhood confessions? This sounds dangerous. It is fun. I want to talk about the verb to be in the past. Was and were. Okay, I was, you were. Simple. So, Olivia, tell me, what were you like as a child? Were you a rebel?
Surprisingly, no. I was very shy. I was shy. I was a quiet kid. I read a lot of books. I was a nerd.
You, a nerd? I don't believe it.
It's true. I was obsessed with fantasy books. What about you, Sabrina?
Were you the star of the school?
Oh, absolutely not.
I was dramatic. I was a theater kid. My outfits were crazy. I wore sparkles to the supermarket. Wore, past of wear. You were iconic even back then. See, was and were are perfect for nostalgia. Exactly. My hair was messy. My friends were loud. We were happy. It sets the scene.
I love that. It makes me feel nostalgic. But okay, back to the present. Or, well, back to last week. Okay, Sabrina, you said your week was chill, but I know you. Something embarrassing must have happened. You always have one funny story. Spill it.
Okay, fine. I didn't want to tell you this, but since we are teaching English, I had a bit of an incident on Thursday. I decided to go to this fancy new cafe downtown. I wanted to feel elegant. I wanted to feel like a French movie star.
I love this already. You trying to be elegant. What happened?
So I walked in. I ordered a very small, very expensive espresso. I sat down on this beautiful velvet chair. I crossed my legs. I felt chic. I took a sip. Took, irregular verb.
And then?
And then the tragedy. I saw a really cute dog walking by the window. Saw, past of see. I got distracted. I turned around too fast and I knocked the entire espresso onto my white shirt.
No, your white shirt? Oh my God, that is a tragedy. It was awful. The coffee was hot, it was brown, it was everywhere. I stood up, past of stand, and everyone looked at me. It wasn't elegant anymore. I looked like a Dalmatian, but with brown spots. What did you do? Did you cry? I would have cried. I would have run away.
I thought about crying. Thought, past of think. But then I decided to just own it. I put on my sunglasses, I paid the bill, paid, past of pay, and I walked out like it was a new fashion trend. I pretended the stain was supposed to be there. I acted like, yes, this is the new style.
That is confidence. You took a disaster and made it fashion. Took and made. Two great irregular verbs. I hope that shirt is okay, though.
It is currently in the trash, but the story is forever.
Okay, my turn to ask. Olivia, you usually have the weirdest things happen to you. Tell me one specific thing you did this week that was unexpected.
Okay, well, you know I love vintage shopping. I love finding old, cool stuff. So on Saturday, I went to this flea market, and I saw this beautiful, flowy fabric. It looked like a vintage dress. It had flowers on it. It was gorgeous.
Ooh, I love a good vintage dress. Did you try it on? I couldn't. It was just a pile of fabric on a table. But the seller told me it was a wrap dress from the 70s. So I thought, wow, cool. I negotiated the price. I felt very smart. I paid $20. That is a steal. $20 for a vintage dress? So what is the problem? The problem started when I got home. I was so excited, I put it on. Put, irregular verb. I tried to wrap it around me, but it didn't have armholes. It didn't have a neck hole. It was just a giant square. Wait, it wasn't a dress?
Sabrina, I bought a curtain. I bought an old, dusty curtain from the 1970s. And I was standing in front of my mirror, wrapped in a curtain, looking like a burrito. You bought a curtain? Oh, that is hilarious. Thought it was a dress, but bought a curtain. I felt so silly. I wore a curtain for 20 minutes trying to figure out the zipper. There was no zipper. But hey, now my living room window looks fantastic. At least you recycled. That is sustainable fashion. You turned a fail into a win. I guess so, but I still want my $20 back.
Okay, we have talked about what we did. But what about what we did not do?
Oh, the negatives. This is where people get confused.
Yes, we call this the negative trap. It is dangerous.
Listen carefully, guys. When you want to say no in the past, you use didn't.
I didn't. But here is the secret. After didn't, the verb stays normal. It relaxes.
So I often hear people say, I didn't went to the party. That hurts my soul.
It hurts mine too. You cannot use the past twice. You say, I didn't go.
Not I didn't saw him, but I didn't see him.
Not I didn't ate the pizza, but I didn't eat the pizza.
Think of it this way. Didn't eats the past tense. It swallows it, so the verb becomes clean again.
I didn't buy the dress. I didn't break the glass. It is actually easier. You don't need to remember the irregular verb.
That is true. Negatives are lazy. I love them. Now, speaking of tricky grammar, let's talk about the grammar police.
Oh, the grammar police. I hear the sirens again.
There is one mistake that is very similar to the negative trap. It is about questions.
Is it about the word did?
Yes, it is. Listen to me closely, everyone. When you use did to ask a question, the verb also stays normal.
Right. Did is the boss. Did does all the work.
The verb just chills. Exactly. So please never say, did you went?
Ew, no, did you went sounds terrible. And never say, did you ate? No, stop. It is, did you go and did you eat? Did you see, not did you saw? Did you buy, not did you bought? Okay, I think they got it. We are safe from the grammar police now. Good. Now we can play. Let's play the rapid fire game. I ask you, you answer fast. Ready? Born ready. Hit me. Did you sleep well last night? Yes, I slept like a baby. Did you eat breakfast today?
No, I didn't eat breakfast. I skipped it. Did you write any new songs this week? I wrote 2 songs. They are sad, obviously. Did you call your mom? Oops, I didn't call her. I forgot. Sorry, Mom. Did you drink water today?
I drank 3 bottles. Drink. Irregular. Did you see the moon last night? I saw it. It was beautiful. Did you have fun recording this? I had so much fun. Had, past of have. See? It is easy. Did you go? Did you see? Did you eat?
That is the key to being a good conversationalist. Ask questions. People love talking about their drama. And remember, if you make a mistake, it's okay. I bought a curtain and thought it was a dress. You cannot be more embarrassing than that.
So guys, no more boring answers. Next time someone asks, how was your week? Don't say, good. Tell them you bought a curtain. Tell them you spilled coffee. Tell them you've painted a cat. Use your regular verbs like cleaned and cooked.
And use your irregular verbs like went, saw, and bought. Your life is interesting, so let your English be interesting too.
If you liked this video, please leave a comment below. Tell us one thing you did last week. Did you go somewhere? Did you eat something amazing? We want to read your stories. And don't forget to subscribe to the Fun English channel. We have so much more to talk about. Thanks for hanging out with us. Keep practicing and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are just funny stories for later. Bye, everyone. See you next time. Bye.